this is Tracey from Mindless Crafting, and today we're going to be making this super adorable sunflower card for the fall, so let's get started. I'll be sure to list everything for this particular video in the description box below. This is our newest stamp set, Belief stamp set, and that will be available soon, but you can still go to the website and add your name to the list. And most of these materials are in our Mindless Crafting Fall Kit. And so I'm super excited about that. It was a really popular kit. Many of you should be receiving your kits shortly, and I can't wait to get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp out our sunflower. That half sunflower is so adorable. And so let's go ahead and ink up. And you can color these sunflowers whatever color you like. You don't have to be restricted to orange. I am going to color these with my alcohol markers. And I'm going to stamp out 4 of these. And this stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set. Very good quality. And so I'm going to show you how I color in one of them, and then I'll do the others off camera so you can see how I color these. And I'll be using the alcohol markers for those. Okay, so I went through my Adaxi markers. These are alcohol markers. And I just pulled out some colors that I thought would look good and would match, kind of like this. And I'm also, if you see that center part there, we're going to work on that after. I'm using the super chunky glitter. Now, I'm not really a glitter fan, like the fine glitter, but the super chunky, I absolutely love it. So we'll be using that later. And this is actually available in our store. Okay, so let's go ahead and color these in. Just have fun with it. I'm going with a somewhat of a orange color, and I'm going to use Marigold, number 24 Marigold. And just start coloring these in. And so if many of you know, many of you may or may not know that fall is like one of my favorite seasons because it's heading into the holidays. And so I love this time of year. I love the changing of the colors, you know, the leaves and everything. And I absolutely love sunflowers. So nothing fancy, just going along the petals here. And these images are nice and big so that you can really just enjoy coloring. And they're easy to cut out too. So look at that. So hopefully many of you were able to purchase our kit. We sold out on the first day. However, the stamp set will be available in the store. Look at that. So I would color my sunflowers whatever color. If you want to do it in some Christmas colors, you can do that too. Okay, so I'm going to take something that's just a little bit darker. And let me see, I have a test sheet that I like to use just in case so I can really see the color and how it looks. So I usually do it on like another piece of cardstock just to see what it would look like. And maybe just add a little bit right along the lines here. It's already done for you, so you can just kind of go right along those lines there. I'm just going to shade it in here. Make it darker, maybe where the petals overlap, so you can kind of see it already. And then just color in those leaves right behind the, or those petals I should say, right behind here. Okay, just that little bit. Now maybe right around here too. Let's go in around this area here. And I'm not going to color this in because I already know I'm going to be adding those chunky glitter. So it's okay if I overlap and happen to go in there. It's okay. And so that's basically it. Let's see, let's see what this looks like. Maybe this little bit, maybe a little bit darker in here. Just a little bit. And for the price, these Adaxi markers are just, they're actually amazing. I haven't had any problems with them. I really like them. Let me see, this marigold again. I'm going to just take this and just kind of drag that color up just to blend it in a little bit more. So I'm not going back and forth. I'm just kind of dragging it up this way. And that kind of softens that edge there. Boy, when I tell you those, I did not realize how popular those kits were going to be. Bill and I are just blown away. So we really appreciate your support. And look out for future kits for the next holiday, right? All right, so you see how that just not too much, just very subtle on the coloring. And let me just show you how easy it is to cut this out. So I'm just going to go just like this and cut it straight. And then just kind of cut like this, turning the paper, not the scissor. Just makes it easier. And so I would love to do something like drink some tea and stamp out a whole bunch of these and just color them and then cut them out and just see different variations of color. And these are Cutter V scissors. For those of you that might be wondering, I love using these Cutter V's because they are very precise in the way they cut, and they're pretty sharp too. And then you can get those intricate little areas there. And so look at that. And you don't have to cut that close to the line like I did, but look how cute that looks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and color the rest in and cut them out, and then we'll be ready to put our card together. Okay, so these are all cut out and ready to go. So we're going to just put a little bit of glue on here before we put our glitter on. And so I'm going to try to make this as neat as possible because we don't want this to be too messy, but if we make a mess, it's okay. It's all in the fun of crafting. So let me go ahead and unclog my glue here. It's been sitting up for a while, so I'm just kind of unclogging that a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to put some here. A bit right there. And that might be a little bit too much, but I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. And I'm just going to pour on my glitter on this. You probably don't need that much glue. So don't do what I just did. So for me, this is the easiest way for me to do it. Okay, and so I'm going to just take a little bit of this. And of course, you see I have that paper in the background because this can get a little bit messy. So I'm just using my little spoon here. Doing it like that. Just tapping a little bit in here. And then I can just put it right back on here. So a little bit goes a long way with these, with this glitter. I just want to make sure I have everything covered. Nice to have add a little bit of bling and shine and sparkle to our project. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that like that for right now. And you might want to just give it a little time to adhere. Art glitter glue is very good though at drying fast. So look at that already. See how quickly that happened? All right, and I'm just shaking it off. Shaking that off. Whatever doesn't stick, it's okay. And what I was doing earlier is I took this little pokey tool and just kind of shifted this around a little bit to move this over the glue. So you might see where there's areas that aren't covered all the way. Now you can just cover them. And don't worry if you have glue coming out of the top there. It actually dries pretty fast and it dries clear. Okay, so over here, see like that? Just moving it over a little bit. That way it's not coming over the edge there either. And this is so worth it. Yeah, so feel free to take time with your crafts too. You know, it's okay to not rush it. Just pushing those in there. Anything that has that little open space, I'm just pushing it in. You know, just knock it off again, see if more comes off. So cute. Those are on there, huh? Okay. Pushing it in. Okay, let's knock some more off of there. They're just falling right off. Okay, and I think I've covered it pretty good. Look how cute those look. It's still drying a little bit. So you see a little white space still drying. Look at that. If you ever want to put those together, right? So you can take the two halves and make them a whole. So we're going to let these dry up just a little bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and put our cards together. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting our card together. And these colors are just gorgeous. Fall is my favorite color. And so I'm using the Echo Park Happy Fall paper pack. And this little piece from here came from the Ephemera die cut pack. And so everything just goes together. And lots of papers to blend together. And you'll be so happy with all those papers that are in your kit. Tons and tons of fun. And of course, it's a double-sided cardstock. But look how pretty that looks too. But I'm okay. I'm going to use the other side. That is precious with those pumpkins on that side. That's the only thing about that double-sided paper is which side to choose. Okay, so I'm going to add this here. Just like that. Give it that little bit of a border on there. Okay, and I think I may have put it on just a little bit crooked, but it's okay. See, I'm going to put that on here, just like that. I'm just going to cut me a little bit. So you ever have that one of those days where you just kind of put stuff on just a little bit crooked? Just going to cut a little bit of that off to kind of size it up. Just a little bit. Okay, so now it doesn't look so crooked anymore. Okay, and then don't be afraid to cut your ephemera. If you say, hey, I want to have a certain size, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down just a little bit, and I'm going to make a little border right around it. So what I'm doing, I'm going to cut this part right here straight to the top, kind of square that off a little bit. So yeah, don't be afraid to do that. And then I'm going to take one of my black pens, this Micron pen, which we have in our store, and I'm going to kind of just go along here so that will stand out just a little bit more. Just right along here. See that? I love this Micron pen. I use it for stitching too. But this is one of the things you should have in here as one of your crafty tools. Just right along there and then here. It just gives it a little bit more, right? Okay, so then I'm going to take this and glue it on here, but not before I give it some dimension first. So let's get some of the mounting tape and give it a little bit of dimension before we glue it down. This card is going to be so pretty, especially with all that dimension on it. So I got more videos for you coming using our fall kit, so stay tuned for those as well. Okay, just add a little bit of glue on there. And just like that. And I'm not going to use this whole thing. This is just my way of measuring. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to add something else in here because we want to get our flowers on here. So we want to add, let me just show you what I'm trying to do here. I need the flowers to kind of square off on this, right? So let me just measure this out just a little bit. See what the length of our flower is here. So right about there, maybe almost 2.5 inches on that, almost 2.5. So that fits perfectly right there. Okay, so I need them all to line up all the way around. So I'm going to leave just a little bit of space on that too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and just cut this off right here. And if you want to use a paper trimmer, you can. I'm pretty confident with my cutting. And so let's see what we got here. One there. One right there. One over here. So I'm just lining up before I glue it down. And then one right there would be good. I think that will do it for us. All right, so let's try it again, just so I can see. So when I put it on here, I want it to kind of still be within that border. And just overlapping, just barely coming over the edge. I think it will be cute. Just barely. See that? So now you got a little window, which also someone pointed out that it looked like a frame, and it really does. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put everything together now. I'm pretty confident that that will come out okay. And if not, you know how we crafters do. We make adjustments, right? Okay, so let's put that right in the middle there. Okay, and put some glue around the edge here. I hope y'all are getting some ideas from this. Especially those of you that were able to get the kit. Wanted to make sure you had some ideas. And of course, my chunky glitter is hanging on there. Doing good. Okay, and I can move it up or down if I need to. Okay, make sure I put this the same way here. And I'm just leaving a little bit of a white border around there. Just a little bit. And then I lost one glitter, but that's okay. Okay, and you see I still have that white in between there. And then add this one in here. But before I do that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut it down just a smidgen. Because you're really not going to be able to see that part. Just cut that off right there. This is why I love the Cutter-Bee scissors. I can get in those small spaces. Okay. Okay, got it. And right here, there we go. Just line it up with that top one. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. You can make a bunch of these and then add them to your cards, or whichever way you want to do it. Okay, just make sure I got this nice and flat. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here, and let me add some dimension to it. Let's put this on first because I want to put dimension on here and then add dimension on the other one as well. So lots of dimension on this. So this is what it looks on the other like on the other side. Okay, so we need one there. And this is just the Dollar Tree mounting tape. For those of you that are new, I buy my mounting tape at Dollar Tree. And it's not in the crafting section, although I think they now have it in the crafting section. But sometimes it was like in the car slash, in the car area where they would have the car cleaning stuff. Which I can never understand, but it's okay. So if you don't find it in the craft section, look in that car cleaning area. Okay, so we're almost done with this card, and I can't wait to share some of the other ideas in some later videos because I love fall crafting. Okay, let's do two more just because I use a lot of these. This mounting tape is probably one of the craft items that I always have to have for me as a card maker. It's like a must-have. So if it's one of those must-have things that you have to have as a craft or a card maker, let me know. Post it in the comments below. I'd love to know what your thing is, like the one tool that you must have, or the one item that you cannot run out of. Probably my glue as well. Can never have enough glue. Okay, so we are just about done with this one. If you want to keep your manicure, make sure you take this off using some kind of tool, little tweezer or something, or pokey tool. Okay, look how adorable that is. And you can do this in a variety of colors. It's just up to you. Look how gorgeous that is. And then I already have some bows that I made. Look at that. Let's stick our bow on here. And to put my bows on, I just use some of the glue dots. And these are larger than normal, but they work well. Stick my bow right there. And look how adorable. Look how adorable that is. Oh my goodness. And if you want, you can take a extra sunflower and decorate the inside, put a half sunflower, maybe on the bottom and on the top, just stick it right in there. That way you can coordinate the inside. It's just up to you. Yep. And so I hope this inspired you. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. And I did it twice. Look at that. Super cute. I can't wait for you to get started with your Mindless Crafting Fall Kit. This also comes in the kit, but it will be available as a separate stamp set, the Belief stamp set. And so I will see you real soon. I will post everything to our project in the description box below. And also, if you get a chance, go ahead and check out our Mindless Crafting store at mindlesscrafting.com to find some other little crafty goodies. So I'll see you real soon. Bye.